G'day guys, so today we're going to be tigging the rest of my snorkel up. As you can see, I've sort of just tacked it in a few spots and sort of sat it, dummy fitted it there. Because on Saturday, my mate Sean come over and we sort of lined up the airbox and obviously had to do the intake for that. So I just sort of mocked it up. Today we're going to be fully tigging that. I went and bought myself a brand new Unimig AC/DC TIG welder. As you can see, I'll sort of have a bit of a practice on some alloy there. It's a very easy machine to use. I've tigged stainless before, but I've never tigged alloy, so that was a bit of a learning experience. Also, we're going to be making a few little tabs today, just for the mounting of the snorkel. I just started mocking up this, so this is sort of going to sit on the front here, and then that will get TIG welded on there. I've got another little one at the back, and then I've got to make one up for the top up there. So let's get stuck into that. Just saw, guys, I just cleaned up around the cutout of my snorkel. I've tacked this front bracket on, I've tacked this rear bracket on here. I just got to get me other bracket for up here, drill some holes in it, and it'll mount up to the inside of there, and then I'll get up on top and TIG it from up top there. Alright, so that's the snorkel all done. All my brackets are on. There, and up the top up there. So now it's all mounted. I'm going to take it off and I'm going to fully TIG weld the rest of it. It's recessed in the guard there, so I'll get a bit of pinch weld for the inside of the guard. I'm going to paint it black, so I'm just going to clean off all the welds and go from there. Alright guys, so as you can see, the airbox is done. I made mine, Sean knocked it up. I'm not that good yet, so I couldn't make it. I designed it all out of cardboard and he made it all out of alloy there. Got a lid here, so this is going to mount on top like that. So today I'm going to get the lid on, mount it all up, drill all my holes, put nut certs in. I'm going to get some nice Allen key bolts for the lid to bolt down. I've got some perspex to go on the underside of that. After it's all mounted in there, made sure everything's checked for clearances and make sure it all lines up. I'm going to paint that. I'm going to paint my intake and I'm going to paint my snorkel all at the same time. So we'll get that sorted today, and then we'll start worrying about a couple other things over the weekend. I've got to go grab a heap of fluid so I can fill the motor up, transmission, everything basically. It's all starting to come together, so we'll hopefully have it started in the next couple of weeks. Alright guys, so that's all my snorkel all done. Intake's done, airbox is done, air filter's in there. Most of my wiring's been sorted out. Obviously we're not going to cover any of that until I make sure it all works, because no doubt I'll end up having to pull it apart and fault find everything. got my battery back in. I probably got to start sorting out some of them wires there. I hooked it back up to the positive, make sure everything inside was all good. And then apart from that, I set my computer off to the boys at DC Tuning. They're going to look after it, get rid of all the security stuff off it and everything else I don't need. After that, it's all going to go back there and get tuned anyway. Hopefully I should have all that back this week and get that motor cranking over. So next on the list is my exhaust. I've already done the headers and down through the guard there, so I just got to continue all the rest of that. So that's going to be next. G'day guys, so we're back here today. I've got a fair bit done on my exhaust yesterday, pretty much to the back of the cab anyway. I've just got my X piece here now that I'm tigging up, so I'm going to tig all that up today and then get a little bit more of the exhaust done, pretty much to where the mufflers have got to start. So let's get stuck into it. Alright guys, got that all tigged up. I mean, I'm no welder, but I think it looks okay. I probably should have back purged it, but I'm not that worried about it. There is a little bit of sugaring in there, but I'm not too worried about it. For my application, it'll be fine. I've only got a small bottle, so I don't want to waste it just on back purging. If you really want it to look nice inside as well as outside, you plug all the ends, put a hose in, have a little outlet, and purge it all as you're welding. But apart from that, it should come up pretty good, so we're going to move on to the rest of the exhaust. Exhaust system's all done, comes out through there from the headers and goes down here on the outside of my rails, comes all the way along here to the back of the cab where it comes up and over, and then it comes into my cross pipe just here. So out of here I'm going to have a couple of mufflers, they should be here in the next couple of days. I'll get them welded in and eventually we'll go over the top there and all the way out to the back. So once I get my mufflers, I'll put them on, and then I've got a couple other little wires I've got to tidy up. One from my brake light switch there. I've got my dash in, pretty much everything inside the cab's all sorted. So I've got a couple more wires in the front there. I've got a wire to take up to the dash, which is going to be my oil pressure gauge, because that doesn't run through the CAN bus. But apart from that, she's almost ready to be started. I should have my computer back in the next day or two, and should be ready to fire. I'd like to thank everyone for watching, and mates that have been giving me a hand along the way and pushing me to keep going with this project. It's taken a little bit longer than what I expected, but it's been COVID and everything. It's been a lot harder to get parts and stuff like that. But I can sort of see the light at the end of the tunnel now, so the main thing I want to keep going on with is this tray. So I'm going to get that off in the next couple of days so I can finish up any welding and grinding I've got to do. And then I've got to put some walls in front and back. I won't worry about the doors too much yet because they can just bolt straight on, but I want to get it painted and be timber decked down. So once that's all done, I'll be driving around for a little while. Hopefully there won't be too many bugs to iron out, but after that, obviously I'm going to pull the whole thing down again and respray all the cab and all my bar work and everything like that. Alright, thanks for watching. See you on the next one.